welcome to the UK Pavilion. So today I'm going to talk about my home pavilion here. This is where I work. So we're going to start by talking about the opposite side of the street, the Rose and Crown. So Disney really puts a lot of detail into what they put here in the pavilion. So they did some research and they found that Rose and Crown were the two most common words in pub names, so that's why they decided. They couldn't quite decide what type of pub to do, so they represented three different types, including city, country and waterside pubs. So you get a different feel kind of for each section of the pub there, making sure that they represented everything there. You also have this here, which is a market marker. So this would let everyone know that it was an area where they were able to do markets. The first part of the merchandise that I'm going to talk about is the sportsman's shop. So it doesn't have much in the way of sports stuff. Recently got some in, but on the whole it's mainly got Beatles, it's got some Monty Python stuff in there and general UK stuff in there as well. So it's actually inspired by Hampton Court Palace, which was where Henry VIII lived, with some Scottish architecture thrown in there. It's focusing on those little details. We also do have a hidden Mickey on the sign just down that way. And then a little bit further down is actually the phone boxes that we have. Yeah, unfortunately one of the big things is if they're left off the hook, they'll actually ring the emergency services, so that's a great idea. We then have the Crown and Crest shop, which is right next to it, with the HRC in between. So historical research centre, you can look at your family history, your crest, things like that. And then the Crown and Crest store is actually a smokehouse, so if you look up on the walls you can see kind of that smoke up there, it stained the walls. I personally, it's got a staircase in it. I like to tell kids that that's where we keep the dragon, and the smoke is where it's been breathing fire. So yeah, a lot of fun to be had here in the pavilion.
I either get the Grease Sword or the Excalibur.
Chris.
Oh, okay, you're right.
I'm actually getting the Excalibur now. That's my final. First and final.
So the last shop on this side of the road is the Toy Soldier. It used to be called the Pringles of Scotland. Unfortunately, the Scottish merchandise got pulled, so that it had to change name. But it still has some inspiration from the artist Macintosh, so it was a Scottish artist. So you see some of that in the stained glass and the patterns there. At the back of the store is the Kickoff area, and that's actually based on a explorer's study. So they've got the Unicorn and the Dragon expedition, it's all that they brought back, and some of the ceiling work actually is inspired by the British Museum as well, so with that sort of glass dome look inside. So we're going to go and have a look inside now. Hello. Now we're out here in the garden, so we have our hedge maze and our bandstand for command performance that come out and play some British rock for us. We also see this canopy at the back here. This is actually the entranceway to what used to be the Winnie the Pooh meet and greet. Actually now Winnie the Pooh does like to hang out by imagination, catching butterflies, but when he was there he was in Chris Robin's bedroom. So it's still there. A lot of people think that it's like this secret because a vlogger came out and said like, oh, it's this hidden room. It's not hidden, a lot of people know about it. It's just not in use right now. So hopefully it will be soon, but who knows. Honestly, we have no clue. I think he's befriending Figment or something, so he doesn't want to come back right now. But maybe he'll decide at some point that he wants to come back to the pavilion here. On the other side of the street, we actually have a journey through time. Starting with a replica of Anne Hathaway's cottage from Stratford upon Avon, which is a Twinings tea caddy. and you can find all your tea needs. Travelling, so that's about the 14th century down to the 17th century at the end. So we'll definitely go and have a look inside. My last stop is out here in the tea garden, currently ready for the Flower and Garden Festival. For our tea tours, you can see these giant teacups that we have. So during our tea tour, we talk about what actually goes into making your tea. My plan is to actually do a video of my tea tour. I'll get someone to record it for me so I can put it on the channel and then you guys can all see it, but we'll see when that will happen. But I hope you enjoyed having a look around, and this is proof that I do actually work. So for all of you that think that I just come out here and play, I do work, and you can see where I work and what I do, and you can see a lot of the guys smiling and waving as I was coming through. So those are some of the guys that I work with. So yeah, so don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, to like and subscribe, and we'll see you real soon.